Hi all, welcome to what's going to be a bit of a Dynamic Duo predictions with the one that dropped Monday. We're going to assume is it maybe every Monday or just a bit of fun. So, or it could be like once a month and it just dies a death before you know it. But we'll go on the assumption of once a week for now and just take it from there. So, because watch likes always much appreciated. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at GSLegend. All links are down below for posts to the channel and social media links as always. And comment down below who you think could get a Dynamic Duo. We're going to assume it's just going to remain as SPCs for now. Obviously they might do objective versions as well as the year goes, but we'll keep our eyes peeled nonetheless. So what I've done is put together 10 leagues. Basically, obviously League 1 has been taken, so we'll work from Premier League and take it from there. So Premier League, we have gone with the Aston Villa duo of Douglas Luiz and Sanson. Definitely a viable duo, and it would make midfield quite interesting. Gives alternatives to the midfield, even though they'd both be probably 84s. It's just how they would be boosted to try and make them at least a little bit appealing and a little bit of fun. I think the 84 on these cards is all that really could go against them. For alternatives, we've went with Niakhate and Brennan Johnson. Gives a defender and a forward, and also gives a promoted team a bit of attention as well. Over to Serie A, we've gone with Duncan and Dodo as our main option, the Fiorentina duo, and definitely, but I think Duncan's one of these players that we always like to see get a special card because he's always quite well rounded and he looks a bit fun, and this potentially could be the same again. But we'll wait and see. Dodo, just a bit of fun as well. Alternative is Kasach and Henderson at Empoli. Just a bit of fun. And like Kasach hasn't quite kicked on potential wise, but still be someone with a bit of fun nonetheless. La Liga, Kyereh and Kangan Lee. La Liga definitely getting like we're going with Mallorca just for a bit of love and attention. And 2 silvers if made gold could be a bit of fun. Alternative, Espanyol with Braithwaite and Puado. Definitely both just a bit of fun and just cheap forwards for La Liga. Bundesliga, if done right, Kyereh could be a fun card for Freiburg, going at an 84. Ritsu Duan, just a bit of fun for the Japanese audience, and it just gives a bit of love there as well. Freiburg doing well domestically anyway, so why not give these guys a bit of love in the league. And then from a promoted team point of view, which we've gone with, is Molly and Uwejan. Apologies if I pronounced them wrong. We always get Sinkgraven for like a left back. We had him a couple of years ago for objectives as an 86, and it was a fun card. Good to see the same here again. Eredivisie, I feel like Feyenoord could be the one that they may opt for. Gertruder and Jimenez could be fun. Gertruder is another one that can play centre back as well, so that would prove quite handy. Alternative is Vitek and Tronstad for Vitesse, so you never know with that one. SPFL, I feel Rangers is the more viable over Celtic. I just don't know why, if I'm personally honest. But Rabbi Matondo and Hagi I went for. I was initially going to go Matondo and Lawrence, go the Welsh duo. But as far as I believe, both can only play left. Both play left wing. One can't play right wing, I think, which is a bit of a pity because I would have had it like that, no problem. But Matondo and Lawrence could easily happen. Matondo and Hagi equally as well. But we'll see how it goes. Alternative, obviously had to go for Hibs, Boyle and Porteous. Could go Boyle and Nisbet, or Boyle and Newell, depending as well. But there's plenty of flexibility. I'm just being biased because Hibs, I would love our Hibs specials. Liganos, Murillo and Fujimoto, definitely an option for like Gil Vicente. Mikey Johnson and Andre for Guimaraes, definitely could be a shout as well. Mikey Johnston just never kicked on. This is his potential chances where just give him like a card of what he could have been at potentially as it were. MLS, Ryan Gold just never had like any like specials to get excited about him yet still, which is a bit of a shame. Here's our chance. And MLS also is not far away from finishing, so it certainly could happen. MLS could be sooner than others, I suppose, especially if they're doing it weekly. If they were to do it weekly, then there is that potential. And especially if you think about it, if you were to do these 10, I'll explain it as I get to the end, when you do these 10 leagues, if you continue the cycle of more teams, it just gets quite interesting. Gressel would be who he pairs up with. Alternative is Saloy and Johnny Russell for that. Super League, we've gone with Konyaspor's duo of Guilherme Sitya and Mpoku. So you've got a Brazilian left back and a Democratic Republic Congo cam. Definitely an interesting combination there. And in Kyereh Gumruk, we've gone with Erkin and Barini as alternatives. Erkin, if you know him back in the past, has had some very good, fun Team of the Season cards. If this was boosted right accordingly, it could be a bit of fun nonetheless. And in the Pro League, to finish off, we've gone with Teddy Tuma and Christian Burgess. Christian Burgess obviously getting a big pace increase, putting him to 70 just to make him usable. Or at least maybe more usable than he is. And Teddy Tuma having like 5-star weak foot, certainly a bit of fun with him, and it'd be like the best Maltese card ever. Van Zira did kind of ponder, but he's already very expensive for a base card, and they may leave him for another promo, so time will tell. Alternative, Raja Nainggolan and Richie Dalat. We had to go for him. Come on, it rates itself, doesn't it, Raja and Dalat? But as we said, if they were to do like a cycle, so once they've done, like say these 10 leagues, because if you're doing it every week, it's quite easy. It's probably quite feasible to just do it once a week. It just keeps us a little bit excited. Oh, a Dynamic Duo. Oh, a Dynamic Duo. Oh, a Dynamic Duo. It just gives you a chance. It gives people to predict it for content. That's the way a lot of us like to look at it. It's not caring about the leagues. If we know, we can just be like, oh, we can basically come up with predictions for cards. And if it's guesswork, try to think, oh, what's the next league? Could be a big 5, might not be. The reason why we've done these 10 leagues is because these probably 10 have maybe the most appeal, and especially if you were to then do, once these 10 were done, you'd move around to like the next kind of like teams, and that way with Ligue 1 you can maybe then do like Clermont or Troyes or Ajaccio or Lyon or Lens or Lorient, whatever way you want to look at it, you just structure it accordingly. And then it's like the same with Premier League Serie A. That's why we've done like alternatives. So you might say, well, for the first week of that, of like the Pro League or Tuma and Burgess, you might then say, well, the next time we do it, we'll do Raja and Dalat. You then maybe do different ratings. So maybe the ones that we've done just now, they might be your 84 pile, but maybe by the time, like one of them might be an 84, maybe the next time they do it, it's maybe 87s or 86s or 88s, whatever it may be. It suddenly has that bit of fun, as it were, and it then just shows a bit of longevity with the concept. It means that Dynamic Duo is getting a bit of length about it. It's not just a one-trick pony once a month or once